Okay, today we are at Le Pavillion, which is actually at Bandar Puteri Puchong area. There's a car coming, so you better come inside a little bit. But this is a residence that I'm actually very excited to actually do because there's a fair bit of Lelong properties over here. So I want to check it out and see if this is actually something that may be quite interesting that is under the radar. So let's go. Okay, so we just came in from the guardhouse over here, and you can see actually very nice greeneries over here. You can see over here, right? Beautiful. Now this is actually in a place whereby Bandar Puteri is actually quite a bit of a hectic area because it's very developed and very established, right? So seeing all this greenery surrounding the development itself is very nice. And I'm actually quite familiar with the area because I used to stay at Bandar Puteri and now I moved to Hillcrest. So Puchong is an area that I'm quite familiar with, and I gotta say, this is one that I've always passed by, but I've never really come inside to actually check it out. Okay, I know many people may think that this is a small thing, but actually parcel room that has this sort of design, right, is actually very convenient because nowadays everybody is buying stuff online and Shopee, Lazada, whatnot, right? So having this type of tiered structure that actually labels really well is actually very convenient for the users or the tenants and landlords here. So very nice done. Okay, so the lobby is also pretty decently designed. I mean, nothing too fancy, nothing too luxurious, but at least you're greeted with some sort of design. So let's go to the lift and check it out. Okay, looking at the wall of shame over here, looks like there's not much outstanding imbalances, so it's still pretty okay, I guess. 68K. For a big development like this, it's still okay. Okay, coming up from the lift itself, you can instantly tell this is a very big space. So if you want to move furniture or you come back with groceries that's big, right? Very ample amount of space. And then the hallway and walkway to your unit, right, is also very wide. So I think having furniture comes in, like sofa, whatnot, you don't have to worry too much. So yeah, walkway over here is also with lights, even though it's bright early in the morning, right? It's around 12 p.m. right now. And this is actually the unit that we'll be checking out today. Okay, coming to the unit itself, you can see that this particular unit is pretty bad condition. Okay, and my belief with this feature ward over here, it means that it was probably previously used as an Airbnb short-term rental thing. So, unit-wise, layout-wise, I think is quite to my liking because I like the full utilization of space, right? You see there's not much dead room over here. And then when you walk inside here, on the left-hand side is already your room number 1. This is the smaller room, okay? And you can see over here, the previous person that was staying inside here, hygiene-wise, not to the best. Looks a bit disgusting. And I think this property was just acquired not long ago, like maybe a week or so. So there's cleaners and new furnitures coming in a bit. As you can see over here, definitely something that is... Oh yeah, I just want to mention, right, there's a connective toilet from room 1 to this smaller room over here. And this smaller room over here, right, can only fit like a single bed or at most become like a study area because it's actually really quite compact. And I want to show you what this toilet actually looks like, right? This toilet is fairly sized. It's just that you have a connective door to the other side of the unit over here, which is to your bedroom 1, which I showed you just now. So this layout is good in a way because if you are somebody using it for own stay, I think it's okay. But if you're looking for tenants, right, it's a bit awkward one because how are you going to share the toilet between these 2 doors, right? It's not so convenient, in my opinion. So master bedroom is sizable. I like it because it's actually facing the facility area. You can see over here, instantaneously, you can see the tennis court, which is also almost a similar size as your pickleball courts nowadays. So I think this is actually quite nice because your view from the master bedroom itself is actually this direction. Nice. And of course, this wall design, right? Ayo. don't know who decided to hire this designer. To me, personally, I find it quite ugly. And if it were for me to decide, right, I would completely scrape this wallpaper right now and just paint it with another wall color or feature wall. So I'm not a huge fan of this wallpaper design. But I'm not sure about you. Also a laundry area that is fairly sizable for you to even convert this into a wet kitchen outside because you can put your ventilator over here, and then there's your AC latch over here, which is very, very good. As of late, I've been going to some of these condos, right? There doesn't come with an AC latch area or the railings over there, right? So it's actually quite unsafe for the cleaners when they come and do it. So for whoever that just bought this unit, congratulations, because there seems to be not much issues. And also it came with a smart lock thing going on over here. So it's confirmed Airbnb unit because they put over here, we are not responsible for any accidents, injuries, death, fire, or loss of stolen items. So Airbnb unit. So there's also a lot of Airbnb units over here. You can see the cleaning utensils, right? Okay, and now we are heading to the facility floor itself. Okay, area-wise, just to give you context, right, this is actually in the heart of Bandar Puteri itself. You can see over here, you have all the fast food restaurants, your KFC, McDonald's, Starbucks, all situated on the cube over here, which is Puchong Cube okay? And this is actually a new development by IOI itself. And funnily enough, we are also in the IOI property right now. So that is Rio, and they are going to do a massive development over there. I can't remember how big the GDV was, but it's going to be situated over there with a shopping mall coming up really soon. So this part over here, commercial area, is actually very well established already. Downstairs, they even have a Jaya Grocer, if I'm not mistaken, and also a lot of eateries, and this place is just very old and actually very established already. So we walk over here real quick. The swimming pool is just right on this side over here. And just want to see how this place is actually maintained because I don't know why this particular condo actually has quite a fair bit of Lelong in the market. And maybe it's something about it. I just want to really understand where the issue is at, right? Looking at the facility itself, or the swimming pool at least, this is very sizable. This is definitely a lap pool. Easily an Olympic-sized pool, okay? And it looks like it's very well maintained and it's pretty good condition. And even the floorings that they use over here, right, they didn't go with the hard to maintain wood type, right? They went with the plastic mini style, which is much better because it's way much more durable to Malaysia's weather as well. There's even a jacuzzi switch over here. Let me just click on it. Tak jalan. It's not working. Maybe I don't know how to operate it very well. But supposedly if I press it, then the jacuzzi should run, right? But it seems like it's not working right now. Let's just check the gym. Oh wow, so the gym is actually, doesn't need an access card to come in. I think the magnetic lock is having some issues. But looking at the gym itself, it kind of has this safari vibe going on because there's a greenery over here. You can see that they use artificial plants, which is easier to maintain as well. And it seems like gym equipment-wise, they have most of the equipments for you to get a decent workout. No need to worry about getting a gym membership elsewhere because I think they have most of it. But the condition of the gym equipments can be rather worn out. You can see some parts of it already start to rust, already karat kan. So not maybe in the best condition anymore. But I think if you're somebody that just wants to put in some decent workout, right? Let me try. Oh, okay not too bad, right? Amia form betul tak? Can Still good condition-wise, I think enough No need to go outside for a subscription elsewhere. And they have my favorite sauna room, but the condition of it could have been a bit better Looking at this condition, I might not want to use it even though I'm a huge fan of sauna rooms. Toilet-wise is also decent. I like how they actually use natural sunlight over here to actually give the toilet a little bit more ventilation and also give a natural sunlight beyond your traditional lights over here in the room itself. So I think toilet also okay, not too bad. As for toilet wise, right, I also noticed that they call themselves for the men's is tux and the women's is hat. So this is actually the area before you take a swim. You're going to cleanse yourself over here. And then over here instantaneously you will have your jacuzzi area and the kids pool and just now the Olympic size swimming pool that we have seen just now lah. So walking across the place, I mean honestly facility deck is also pretty good condition. There's a barbecue pit area over here. I don't think they differentiate by halal and non-halal. So maybe they only have one set lah because I only seen one so far. And beyond that, I think there's really nothing much else lah. Oh, nearly missed this out. There's a SOS Mart over here where you can actually buy some you can actually, is the typical one like you scan and then go inside and just buy whatever you want, non-human operated, and also a Dobby area for you to wash your clothes if you don't want to have a washing machine in your house itself. So facility area wise, I think it's pretty good. No complaints over here. Facade of the building looks to be very well maintained in terms of the paint job. Nothing too much of a ding or like a unpleasant sight, right? But I think overall my favorite part is still the landscaping of this place. I think they did a rather decent job as compared to some of the developments we see elsewhere. And you can see there's also some baby dorsal plants that are just in the process of growing as well lah. Okay, now walking to Block B area, then you will be able to see the kids playground area over here, which is in a rather unique design. Actually doesn't have much of a playground amenity. It's more of like a little quote-unquote tree house lah. I think they were trying to emulate that, which allows you to climb up here and to this side over here lah. Quite a unique concept I've never seen before in other condos. And this side over here is your typical surau and whatnot lah. So for the Muslim folks to actually do their prayers. Okay, yeah, I think that is Le Pavilion. I think condition still looks to be quite fairly okay. And I mean, it's from a renowned developer, IOI, right? So I wouldn't think that they would have it in any sort or any way bad condition because they have a massive development coming up over there. I think the GDV over there is easily by the hundreds of millions, close to maybe even $1 billion in GDV to develop that whole plot of land they have over there lah. So later the drone shot will show you a bit more of where that development is going to be at to give you a better context of what's coming up lah. But yeah, overall I think this still okay lah. I mean, if you buy for own stay or for investment, especially with the Lelong price that you can see, right, then something that might be quite interesting if you can get it around 450-ish for 1,000 square feet. What is this for actually? You can do it! But it's an interesting concept. It's like a lotus flower planting that's going on, and there's actually water down there, so you don't want to be slipping off, right? And coming to this side of the facility area, you see the multi-purpose hall is on my right hand side, and I believe they use this for their AGM meetings, or if like somebody is getting married, whatnot, you can do it over here lah. As I mentioned just now from the unit itself, right, landscaping is actually done pretty well over here. You don't have only those dorsal plants, but you actually have bigger trees and actually like quite nice plants over here, right? And more importantly, for the people that actually like basketball and tennis or pickleball in that sense, you can actually play over here. There's a sizable court for you, and it looks like it's pretty well maintained given its age lah. So yeah, I think it's quite nice for the community or the family folks that's actually trying to stay in Puchong area. Bandar Puteri to be specific, is actually not too bad, not too bad. Like actually very nice for its age lah. Okay, so you can see people actually working on the landscaping constantly also. Which means that it's still currently being maintained quite well. And yeah, I mean, this is something that is in a very central part of town, in the hustle or bustle of Puchong in that sense. But you see a lot of greeneries and you won't feel too stressed when you're here lah. Okay, with all nice things, right, there's also things that are going to be not so nice lah. Look at this. So this is like water damages that happen over time, right? And this is quite scary because if it jatos on your head, Confirm berdarah. Koyak ke tak koyak, I tak tentu. But berdarah confirm. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out what about this property that caused so many people to Lelong right now, right? And looking at the entire development itself, I think it's actually a rather decent property, pretty well maintained. It looks like it's actually not very high in terms of foot traffic. You don't see much Airbnb people coming in as of right now. I mean, today is a Friday, 12:35 p.m. So you don't see much people actually fully utilizing the swimming pool. It's a rather quiet area, I would say. Rather well maintained, and the facade and the paint job is actually pretty well done. So in my personal opinion, I think if you can get this in the Lelong price in the market right now for about 450, 460, 70, 80, even all the way up to 500,000 for the large layout, which is about 900 to 1,000 plus square feet, right? I think it's a pretty good deal because you're still in Puchong. This is a freehold property. Whatever you want to call this is Le Pavilion or Lee Pavilion or whatnot, is still an IOI product, which means that there's a certain level of standard to the property itself. So if this property is for you, maybe you can come and check it out.